Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel and welcome to Crossland family guys. We are just new YouTubers here. We're just beginners. We haven't done much, but we appreciate everyone who has subscribed and commented. And I'm back today. By the way guys, I keep on saying I'm coming back with stories, but today I just feel like I'm just here to talk to someone, or just like educate someone. So guys, make sure you hit that subscription button, like and share our videos. Just leave positive comments, by the way. Just be kind, because it's a family YouTube, so we have our kids who watch all these. So I have a story to tell you guys, and it's not that it's not a very nice story, but I can say I just feel like I want to share this, and hopefully it can reach so many people out there, and I hope that it will enlighten you, it will help you. And so my story start here. Personally, as an immigrant who relocated from Kenya to United Kingdom few years ago, I'm not here for long, so I can say that I've come, I've passed so many challenges as a foreigner in a new country, and I say that I'm gonna share some of this with you guys. There's something that that I wanna say, that when I came here, I didn't know much about jobs and what I expected was the reality. So where I come from, in Kenya, we have we have those jobs which we know that they are normal, and we have like most people venture into business. I was into business. I'm a fashion designer, by the way, and I can say that that coming here, the other opportunities that I've seen, and so many jobs, but it's not every job that can suit you as an immigrant. So my first job here, I was introduced, actually I was referred to by a Nigerian friend. We just met one of those days. I used to go to shop somewhere in a mall, and that's how we met. And I wasn't working that time because I was at home parenting, and I wanted to experience the kind of job I like, I was seeing on job sites and all that. So she referred me to one of the jobs, and I got my experience there as a support worker. It's something that I've never done before, and something that we don't have back at home. Most, I can say, in African countries we don't have such jobs, but it gave me a lot of positive. It's something that I can say I grew, having in me, that I can care for a person, I can care for a disabled person. But I worked there, by the way. I gained a lot of experience, and I gained a lot of new skills, and I found that most jobs here, you'll find easily, they're those jobs which are they're just like under social care, meaning they are jobs which you deal with vulnerable people, older people, and disabled people, I can say that, and many other more. I'm trying just to make this story not so long, because I continued with my journey there as a support worker until I resigned, just because I had my own issues, health issues. So sometimes the work was like hands-on. So those who understand better, or who are here in, Europe countries, or they will know exactly what I'm talking about, because there's some people at home they wouldn't understand. But I can say that I resigned because I had my own health issues, and yeah, I stayed at home few months, and then I heard that you can, like, anyone, you have, as long as you have 6 months experience working under social care or health care, you can work with agency. They're those people who employ you, but you get job through them. You don't get job through the company or client. So I found that it's easy for me as I'm parenting. And while you work with agency, you choose where to work or when you want. Just, it goes with your flexibility. So as a mom who was, who's been parenting, for me, I found it easy than being in one place, like permanent job. So I found, and then I'm that person who likes, going here and there. So I felt like it's a relief, it's a big thing for me. I'll be able to go to other, like, care homes, other residential homes here and there. For me, it was exciting. It was a good opportunity. I can work when I'm available, I can work when I want. And yeah, I joined my first agency, and this year, and I passed my interview and everything, and I started working with them. But I didn't stay long with them. I think after 4 months I resigned, and I joined another agency where I felt like they were giving me like so many opportunity, and they were like, they had many clients. So I was relieved, and I was happy to join another agency, saying that I felt it's better, just because I can cover maybe the areas that I'm around. Because the other agencies, sometimes the shifts were very far away, and if, for me, I'm not driving for now, so it will be, I have to wait for maybe like weekends, work some weekends, and my husband will take me there and pick me up. So if you're driving, you are okay, you can be able to find so many jobs. And before actually I joined the agency, the first agency, guys, I was I didn't know how it works, until I realized that you need to be driving to be able to go to to work in such places. So you need to be very independent, than depending on public transport, because public transport here, you just have to, like, wait for hours. So you have either to wake up so early to catch up with the bus and go to the place that you're supposed to go. And maybe if it's inside, maybe it's not somewhere on the road, it's either you'll have to walk or get a taxi, which again, you'll still use money. So it's a bit of pressure if you're not driving and you are working as an agency staff, I can say so. But for me, it was a bit easy because I was working weekends, so my husband will just drive me up and pick me up. So it was a relief. But end of the day, I'm learning how to drive. It's not easy, but yeah, we'll get there. So guys, in these jobs, as someone who didn't have any idea of what happens, and as a black person, by the way, I can say that you face a lot of racism. Sometimes you face a lot of discrimination, this bullying, and being harassed. And one thing I want to say, guys, is that personally, the first job where I was permanent, I didn't experience racism, but there was somehow people want to bully you indirect. All in all, I'm someone who fights for myself, so I can't allow that to happen. But now working with agency, you'll go and meet other staff or agency staff and other permanent staff where you are going to work that, you know, specific place. So this story I'm gonna share because I just feel it was like I can't handle it alone, and someone who, you know, there's a point, this thing like happened last week on Sunday. Guys, right now I'm better. I'm not that bad, I'm better, but it was very emotional and very, you know, I was full of anger. So on Sunday 15th this month, June 2025, I was I booked a shift on a Sunday, and it was a long day. I've never worked ever in my life since I came here, and since I was born I've never worked for 13 hours. It was 14-hour shift, but you get a break of 1 hour. So you get a break half a day, and the other one half, you know, afternoon you'll get, you know, 30 minutes. So I worked for 13 hours. I've never worked for 13 hours ever in my life, ever. So since it's agency, I say, oh, this is good money, and because I want some money, I said, oh, let me go and do this shift, and, you know, and just have that experience of how people, you know, those people who work long hours, how they feel or what they experience. But let me tell you guys, I remember it was actually Father's Day. I didn't even, you know, my husband did not want me to go. He kept on asking me, are you gonna survive? And I'm like, yes, let me try, as long as I've not seen anyone dead, and like I've been sitting, you know, staying at home the whole of this week, let me just go and make that money. So the money attracts you, but you don't know what you're gonna face. So guys, I went there, and it was, the shift was starting 7:30 to 9:30. So it means you have to carry your own lunch, and all they can provide is maybe tea, coffee, or bread for break, but you have to carry your own lunch because you're not a permanent staff there. So I carried my lunch, I packed my bag, my Lucozade. I normally, like, you know, you have to be hands-on, you have to use a lot of energy, you know, working such long shifts, so you need, like, you know, energy drink. So mostly I normally carry Lucozade, and I'm not a day person. I don't like working days. I work at night, so I prefer working nights because it's a bit less pressure, it's cool, it's quiet. But now, because this is Sunday, and I'm like, oh, let me go get this money. So guys, I woke up early, 6 in the morning. I prepared myself, got my bag, woke my husband up, and I told him, just, you know, it's time, take me. So yeah, so we went, he dropped me, and after dropping me, I can say that yes, I told him, yeah, I just told him I'm alright, you know, he can go back. So for me, I went and I was assigned in one of the units, because it's a big place where there's ground floor and upper floor. So it's just ground and upper floor. So guys, I was given upper floor with someone else who is a permanent staff there. He is a male, but I can say that we were assigned, two of us in one unit or one cottage. So we had, like, to deal with residents who, like, how many residents? I think around 8, but most of them, the mobility is okay, they're independent. so it's just little help here and there. So it happened that there was a new staff from another agency, actually the first agency that I was working with. She's from Thailand. She came to work there the first time. It was her first shift with the agency, although she works with another agency also. So she works with two agencies. So she came there, she was new at that place, and I remember that guy whom I was assigned to work with was told to give her induction, just introducing her to the place and everything that happened there. And they went, and the guy was like, I'm gonna catch up with you, Judy. So yeah, I said fine, let me just go and start, you know, checking those residents who are still asleep. I wake them up because the time is running and they have to wake up and get their breakfast. It's getting, you know, so, and you know, it's on a Sunday, so most of them, they want to just sleep, but they can sleep after you get your personal care and you get your breakfast. So after that, and actually some of the relatives who are coming to pick them up, some they have husbands whom, you know, they were coming to pick them up to go out, so you have to prepare them, and you know, they can be ready for their relatives to come and pick them. So guys, we started the shift so well, and yeah, after few, like around 10, not really 10, around 9:30, there was a staff, an agency staff, who came to call me from my unit and asked me, if Judy, you're not busy, would you just go and help the new staff and the other guy? There was a black guy, I think he's from Nigeria, working with the new staff. So the new staff and the Nigerian male staff, the male staff was also new, but he had worked there for like five hours, so definitely he's still new with the, you know, the system there. So whenever I was told like that, I said okay. I told the other staff I was assigned to work with, I think we're not busy here, so because I've finished what I was doing. And he said, Judy, I can do, you know, I can give them breakfast, you go ahead and help out, and then we'll wake up another resident who was supposed to just, you know, we'll let her sleep for some time. So she was the last one in our unit, so we didn't have much in our unit to do that morning, so I had to go and help the new staff and the other male Nigerian guy, because they were new there, like they didn't know much. So when I went there, I went to help them. I showed them how to do with breakfast, how the resident eat this and that. So we just divided ourselves, and now I was working with this Thailand lady. She was very nice, by the way. She's my friend now. So guys, after that, I remember very well, I left at some point. Before I left, the guy we were assigned to work with came back and called me. Came back now with the resident who was awake, the one who was sleeping, but now she's awake. So he came and told me, Judy, would you go and help this resident, because the resident is a female. Some residents who are females, they don't want males to attend to them. So for me, I had to go because I was assigned to that unit. So I went with her, and she's independent. She just need a little assistance. So I went with her and I finished everything with her. And after I finished, I had to go back and help. So it was like that. You just, you know, help the new staff and show them. Normally there's something like a gadget. It's like a phone they use to record everything you're doing. It's like a phone. It's a gadget. So whenever you go there, you get it from a wee office. you say there, you put, you know, where you're working, and you put start work. So this new staff, the Thailand lady, did not have, you know, idea, and the person who gave her the introduction, because he was the one who we were working with, did not show, you know, her like how to use it. So guys, now I was helping her to record things here and there, and the more I'm talking, guys, I'm just becoming emotional. But I don't want to talk, I don't want to be emotional, because I'm not gonna finish this story. But all I can say is that the day was smooth until we went for a break. That was after lunchtime, and after lunchtime we were reshuffled to another unit. So me, personally, I was again assigned with the first staff, the male staff we were working with. We were told to go to another unit, so we were exchanged like that. But the new staff was left in the first unit, but now she had two staff. One was a male who was permanent, and the second one was female who was from the same agency. They were from the same agency. For me, I know that agency staff, because I've met her there several times. She's Polish. She was so nice. She's been nice. We've been talking every time I go to work there. But that day, let me tell you guys, I remember in that cottage, you know, most permanent staff, they don't want to really talk to you or even show you, you know, a follow-up showing you stuff. You as a new staff, either you come from agency or from, you know, you are employed by the company itself, you have to ask the permanent staff what you're supposed to do, because definitely you have to ask, because you don't know all the policy, and it's hard for you to digest everything within the first day. So this Thailand lady would come and call me, you know, Judy, come and help me here and there, you know. For me, I understand how it is because I've been there. So I used to just go and help her and then go back to my unit. So it happened that she had forgotten to write some things, and she told me now the Nigerian guy they were working with was, you know, taken to another unit with a permanent now female staff. And she told me, would you take me, because I don't even know where he went, I need to record something. Because I told her, don't lie to this gadget. These people in the office, the team leaders, they normally, you know, they check everything in the system. So don't lie, just write whatever you have done. If you have not done, don't write, don't even bother. So I went and took her to the Nigerian guy who was now assigned to the unit actually that I was in the morning. And I remember we went there and I started, you know, showing them, because even for him, he was asking me questions and I answered. And while we were just standing talking, then there was another Nigerian female staff who was his friend. They were friends. So he came just to check around. So we started now talking. So we were 4 of us in a dining, you know, in a dining area talking, and they were asking me the agency that I'm working with, how is it? They also work with agency. Most people, they work with agency because they pay a bit, you know, more money than the companies. So they asked me how my agency is, and we were just talking and discussing. I was telling them how it is, and I haven't stayed there for a long while. After that, after we just finished with everything, now we wanted to go. It's just the way you can just feel like, you know, the story is, you know, nice, so let's continue talking, because it's now after 2 to that, it was around almost even 3. There's not much to do that time, although you're not supposed to be, you know, just roaming. You're supposed to, unless it's something that you need to go and ask, fine. So now, as we were now standing, we were almost going, the team leader came in and asked, why are you why are four of you here? And I said, because for me, I knew. I said, I've brought the new staff, the Thailand lady, to come and ask some things that she's supposed to record, and also him, the Nigerian new staff, needed to know some information so he can also record, because they are new, nobody is helping them. So they asked me and I came to help them. And after that, we left. The team leader called the Thailand new staff. I think she was signing somewhere there, and then we left. And afterwards, I remember I was going downstairs, and the other Nigerian staff came and followed me and told me, Judy, you know what? See the way we've been seen, four of us. You will be called in the office. I said, what have I done wrong? There's nothing I've done wrong. I was just here to help, with nobody. They don't know how to use the gadgets. They have to record stuff. So why would I be called in the office for? I said, you know what? These people, they don't want to see you. We were three black people, one place. In fact, they cannot assign two black people one place, one unit. No. So I said, for me, I wasn't, I was here to help anyway. Even if I'm called to the office, there's nothing that I've done wrong, and I'm ready anyway to face whatever it is. After all, she has seen we were there. And yeah, I don't see any big deal. So, fine. He told me, fine. We left. So I went back to where I was assigned for work. So now after that, it came now, we did our dinner, and in the evening around 6:30, we went for a break. Actually around 7 p.m. I went for a break, and we went with that Thailand lady. She was so nice, and we exchanged numbers. She told me, Judy, you've been very helpful. I need your number. We can catch up later when you're free. I don't have friends here, like that. So we made friends, and she's a mature woman. She's not even my age, actually. She's almost, someone who is over 50. So she's someone who is mature. So during that time, we went back after our break. We went back, and guys, it was now during time where you have to go and help them with pajamas, with night dresses, and some you have to dress them, and some residents you need two staff to assist. So it happened there was one resident, we had to go two staff, and because in the morning she was prepared by 3 staff, we had to go and look another female staff. Now we went, so I told her, you get your beans from your kitchen, I get my beans from the kitchen, so we can take outside to the, those big bins, trash boxes. So guys, we left and we went to, throw away the beans, because I was showing her, she didn't know. So we went, and I remember after that, when we were coming back inside the building, we met with the female staff who was supposed to help us to go and deal with that one resident, because that one resident is either wants to bite you or scratch you, so you have, and then we need to use a mobility aid for her to stand because of her mobility. And I remember that time, guys, we approached this lady, and I was like, so she was upper floor, but she was taken to ground floor, but we didn't know. So we said, so I'm always talkative, so I'm like, hey, I don't want to say her name, hey, where did you go, you're supposed to before I even finish, because I was like, you ran away. I wanted to say, did you run away, from us? Because I didn't know she was assigned, ground floor, because someone left. Someone was sick during afternoon and left work, so she was taken there. She said, whenever I said, did you run from us, before I even finished saying, she said, do you wanna cut my throat? I said, no, why would you say that? No, I meant, did you run from us? Because we've been looking for you everywhere. You were supposed to come and help us with that resident who is, needs a lot of help. And we can't, it's hard to go to staff to help her. So she said, no, you just, you can do it, or you can go and approach the other male staff who was, upper ground to help you. And I said, no, okay, if you're busy here, that's all right, because you're alone, we'll go. And we started just laughing. In fact, she just hugged me. I know her, we have worked with her, the first agency I was working, so I used to meet her there, this Polish lady. So she was like, I just started saying, oh, my back is so, I can't wait to go home and just sleep. So she came and, hugged me like this. Judy, don't worry, I know you've been hard, you are so hard working. There's another black lady who comes here, very hard working like you. Oh, we even joke, blah blah blah. I said, yeah. Oh, that's great. She told me the name. I said, I don't even know the name, but yeah, maybe I'll meet her sometime here. So after that, we started laughing. I said, I told her, why are you sending us to that male staff? And the way he normally have attitude, you can talk to him and he looks at you like this and he's not talking. So I said, why are you sending us to him? We'll just try to do, two of us, And then she said, the Polish lady now is talking. She said, you know what? It's also hard for me sometimes to deal with him, but I just ignore. But I know he has an attitude. I say, yeah, I know that. I've seen that. But we started laughing, and then I said, oh, we all have our own mental problems. So we started laughing. Now we were the Polish lady, the Thailand lady, and the Nigerian guy was just there, the Nigerian staff. He was just there, he was just smiling. And then we laughed, and then we told the Polish lady, we just want to go now and finish, because by time is flying so fast. It's already 8, so, and by 9:30 we should finish our work, at least by 9:15, so we can have time to pack and get out of that place. So we went with the Thailand staff to help this lady. And even before we finished, because she was fighting us, the staff, a male staff, white staff, the one I was assigned to work with that morning, he came in and was like, when you finish there, can you go and help the other residents? We looked at each other and we're like, we haven't even finished with this one, and now why can there be someone else to go and help? And guys, I can say that we were just both pissed off, because first of all, you're already dealing with someone it's hard to deal with, and then you're being told to go to another one who is hard to deal with, because they just want you. They have now, first of all, seen a new staff. For me, they have seen I'm like a new face there, because normally I work at night if I'm going there. So they have seen, I've never even seen them, some of them, but I've seen some. So, but I think this guy thinks we are new, and he's just gonna come and, make sure we do this, do that, like he's the supervisor, like giving himself priority. So this Thailand lady said, why are we robots? Are we gonna, We have not even finished this, and this guy is like, want to give us this work. And then even before, after, now we finish with whoever we were dealing with, the resident, we went outside, and I said, let me go and check another staff who can help with the other staff, the other resident. And I remember after we just left this bedroom for this resident, this male staff, the white staff, came back saying, you, now pointing Thailand lady, you make sure you help another resident who needs personal care and needs to get her night dress on. And then after you finish, come and help Judy. You two go and help the other resident who is not just easy to deal with. She needs 2 staff or even 3. So guys, as I'm talking, I don't want my pressure to go up. Yeah, I don't want my pressure to go up, because it was almost shooting that day. And that land lady told me, Judy, I can't. It's already 9. Before I finish with this one and then we go to the other one, the time will be already up. So I left and went to look for another staff, a female one. And I went, she's permanent there. So I went and I told her, would you just come and help me with that resident? Because whenever I go to that resident alone, she's calling me names, she's chasing me out of her bedroom. So there's no way I'll be able to go, and the other new staff is busy with another resident. And I remember she said, but that resident doesn't need 2 staff. You can just do it alone. I said, no, I can't do it alone, because I know her. Whenever she sees a new face, she becomes aggressive. She's agitated. She just, changes. So I told her, just, come and help me, because now the Thailand staff is busy and time is flying. And she was like, what? I'm busy now. We haven't finished with our resident in their unit. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's all right. I say, I will go. Let me gather my courage and be calm, be patient to go and deal with this one alone. So guys, as I was going, I just entered and I was calm with her. She was lying on the bed and she had covered herself. I told her, I'm gonna help her with changing her into night dress or pajamas. And I was showing her, you have to be calm with them. So she was just looking at me, and then she said, you do what you want. So I took the pajamas. Before I even started, before even she sat down properly, the team leader came and told me, hey Judy, I'm gonna help you with her. Just wait for me. I need to speak to you. I said, okay, that's all right, thank you. I walked out of that room. So when I was outside, the Thai lady came back and told me, Judy, I've finished and this is my bag, I'm going home. The night staff will come and deal with her. And I said, oh, don't worry. The team leader has already come in and she's helping out. But I've been told to wait to go to the office. I don't know if it's the office, but she said she want to talk to me. So I don't know what it is. So, okay, there I waited. After waiting, she finished with that resident and she came and I took my bag because it's already 9:26 and I'm supposed to be leaving. I'm already tired. My legs are burning. My back. I'm like, I can't feel myself. I can't feel myself. I just want to go home. I've finished. So, guys, I said, okay, here we are. Let me have a drink 1 minute. Guys. Yeah, I had to pause to get my voice back. Guys, I'm telling you, we have normally like time sheets to submit so that I can get paid. So I had a timesheet, and for them they had their own timesheet on their app on the phones. So we were 3 of us. So we went in. After we went in, the first Nigerian staff, his timesheet was signed. The Thailand lady, her timesheet was signed, and I was the last one. And then this Thailand lady told me, Judy, I'm going to wait for you. I don't wanna, I want us to go out together because, you're my friend now. And I told her that's okay. So there were 2 team leaders in the office, and one of them told her, can you please, if you're done, walk away and wait for Judy if you're waiting for her. And she said that's all right. So she went outside, and now I'm left in the office, and my timesheet was signed. So I was standing there, and they closed the office door. And when they closed the office door, I was now standing there just waiting. What is this? Because I didn't expect even the office door will be closed. So it means it's not something good. I can feel it, So guys, let me tell you. So as I'm standing, just thinking, what is this, The team leader who was sitting is like, she's like, Judy, yes? What did you do wrong today? I started now, my brain is now beating each other. And I'm like, okay, I did nothing wrong. I've been working the whole day, helping the new staff, chatting with residents and helping them out. So there's nothing I've done wrong. And she's like, around 7 to 7:30, where were you? I said around that time I was on my break. And she said, okay, in the system it's showing this resident, her pad was changed and it's written you. And I said, no, I haven't even touched that resident. In fact, just going to her room, she's been calling me names, she's been chasing me away. I have not even touched her. So whoever wrote, I don't even know who wrote those things. I don't know. And then she asked, so something else. Now it's the team leader. Something else. So who is this? You said someone is aggressive, and we don't use such words here. And I said, okay, yeah, I said that. And the reason I said that, one of the residents, I normally said the name, but I don't want to say here because there's so many, I have to hide that. I said that resident has been aggressive to me. She's been calling me names, she's been chasing me away, and I've been looking for staff to help me with her, and nobody wants to come, nobody wants to help. The whole of this time I'm looking for other staff to help me, and all they can say, and the reason I was looking for specifically those 2 staff is because they work here mostly, and most of the residents, if they normally see your face all the time, they like obey you, or they can hear you, you can understand each other easily, and it's easy to help them out. But now I told this team leader, there's no way I'm going to use a new staff. If this person is already aggressive to me, it will be just making her worse, And then she said, oh, okay. So, and something else, did you threaten you will cut someone's throat? Guys, let me laugh at the same time. I don't want to even laugh, Now I'm standing there, and now this, the words now hit me so deep. I felt like someone has stabbed my stomach while I'm standing. Like my whole body, I felt it's crumbling. My blood is boiling 1000 degrees Celsius. Like it's really, now it's like boiling like this, yeah? My anger is going up. It's loading right at that moment. And I'm like, I didn't tell anyone that. I didn't say those words. I don't know who's this, but inside I knew who said this, because it's someone I was standing with. I said all this stuff, they have come here to lie about me. And I want to know where they are to come and face me, to come here in this office and say this thing so we can all hear. And the two team leaders, they looked at each other and they said, okay, so they lied. And I said, yes, they lied. Now that time my courage was 1,000,000 times. I was like, yes, they lied. Where are they? They're nowhere to be seen. Because you know what? They already left. They came, said all the lies, and left early so they cannot be called in the office. And that time, I was wishing, where are they? Because that time I was talking to these people, I was not alone. I have witness, the Nigerian staff, the Thailand staff. So I have two witnesses to come and testify this. So I wasn't fearing anything. So I'm like, the same person who said these words came to report it's me who said them, And now I was pissed off. And now at that time, my head is ringing, telling me, Judy, you are told you'll be called in this office. Now you're here. Yeah, fine, I'm here. Let me deal with this, yeah? Let me deal with this, because I'm a black person. I know how these people are, and they like bullying, they like harassing people. There's a lot of discrimination. Guys, I was burning like hell. I was burning, literally burning. I'm not gonna lie to you. And then the team leader, the one who was asking me the question, said, okay, Judy, you know what, this is a Christian-based company. We don't like, such words being used, aggressive. I said I did not use aggressive word to any staff. What I'm saying, the resident herself was aggressive to me. Yeah, the resident was aggressive to me. How can I help someone who is calling me names, who is chasing me away, and calling this staff? They are nowhere to be seen. They don't want to come and help. And I kept quiet. And now we are all looking at each other in that office. And all of a sudden, one team leader did not talk again. Now the one who was asking question asked me, okay, Judy, which agency do you work with? I said, the agency that I work with. I told them. And then she told me, it's okay. Whatever, in case of anything, we will let your agency know. But in case in future, even if you don't come here, or you go to another place or come back here, make sure if these staff don't want to come and help, report them straight away. Don't go calling them and then they come and say things like this. Make sure you come and report, say a certain staff doesn't want to help me with a certain resident, and from that time we'll take the matters on our hands. I said, okay, fine. I know this is a Christian-based place, and I've been coming here to work. This is not my first time, but today, this was my first shift this week. I was here last week night shift, so I have known them. In fact, the agency staff, the Polish lady, I know her. We used to laugh. She can even hug me. But she's a traitor. She's a hypocrite, you know? And at that moment, I just kept quiet. And the team leader finished to talk and said, okay, that's all right, let's go. And they opened the office and we left. The Thai lady was waiting for me outside there, and she asked Judy, she came holding my hand, Judy, what's wrong? Because now I went out with my face like, you know, I have, right that time I'm breathing fire. The anger is like uncontrollable. I can't control, and now I'm tired. My back, my legs, I'm burning, you know, because I've never worked like that, you know, ever in my life. I've never. And we left the building. And that was the end of me. And when I told this lady about that, that lady told me, Judy, those people, those staff are liars. We were with you. Why did they run away? Why did they go home? Would have been called to that office and say everything that was happening today. And even the Thailand lady said, I'm not gonna come ever back here. And I told her I'm never gonna come back here ever in my life. And in fact, I don't want these social care jobs ever. They have reached me here. I don't want them. Let them deal with their own people. I did not come here to be anyone's slave. I did not come here to be bullied and harassed. And I remember that when I came back home that night, I could not sleep. My mind was running like this, you know, like a CD, non-stop, you know, every word, everything was running in my mind. I came, I was tired, I was wrecked up. I just told my husband to even, you know, apply deep heat on my back, my legs. I was literally crumbled. I was drained. Guys, let me tell you, from Sunday, that night, I was sick. I was taking strong medicine, painkillers, for my body to come back to normal. I was just going nuts. But again, you know, I ask myself, why should I go nuts for? There's nothing I did wrong. But it just feels so bad. Someone going to accuse you, such words, you know? Someone saying you'll cut their throat, you know, it's not a small thing. And I said, I'm waiting on Monday now, the next day. That was on day 16. I'm waiting to hear from my agency if they will call me to ask me, you know, something like that. And I woke up preparing myself like never before. I said, I'm not gonna entertain anybody, and I'm not gonna accept to be bullied, harassed by people. No. And I woke up, waited Monday. They never called me. Nobody called me. Even today, nobody has called me, because it was all lies. All lies. So guys, anyone who is coming to work, or anyone who is here, so many people are going through so much, but nobody can talk. Some talk, especially some, most of Nigerians people, they talk, I know that, but some don't talk. As an immigrant in a foreign country, it's not easy. It's not easy. So for whoever you or another person who might want to come and work, just know their challenges. You're looking for money to help yourself and maybe help, you know, at home, but there's so many challenges at workplaces. It's not easy as anyone will think. And I remember I posted on my social media, and thank God so many people, you know, approached me, so many people, but that time I could not talk. I was heartbroken. I was just low. But I had to gather my strength and, you know, stand back, and I say, no, my life has to move on. If God has said that this is not my thing, if I'm not supposed to work social care, I'm not gonna work anymore. That's not what brought me here. No. I came with a different visa that has freedom of studying, doing any job. I did not come here to be tied by one job. And those who comes with that kind of visa, they go through a lot behind the curtains. They go through a lot because they just have that option of that job. So God knew I would not even survive if I had come with such visa. I would have booked my flight the next day I go home. I couldn't cope. Thank God. God had all the plans for me, and God has plans for everyone. But no, if anyone will treat you like that, if people will go and tell lies at your workplace, report them immediately. The same people you laugh with, because for me, it's someone who would hug me, talk to me, laugh with, and at the end she'll go and say this. It's very disappointing. Now, from that 5th or Sunday, after what happened, I just told myself that if I go somewhere to work, not even social care job, anywhere else, I will not be talking to anyone unless I want to ask something. That's it. But I know my work, I'll just finish and leave after my time has come. Don't mingle with people. Someone like me, I'm very social, and because I'm very friendly, I just interact with people. But people can be wicked, betrayers. People act so nice, but they are hypocrites. They will set you up early in the morning, and you're saying that you have good stuff around you. They're not good stuff. Just come and do your work and leave the premises and go. That's the only thing. I've seen some staff who come, they don't talk, they don't even talk. Unless they want to ask something, they will come and ask and they leave. That's it. So guys, make sure you stand straight. You stand for yourself until you get what you want. So guys, as you watch this video, please make sure you subscribe my YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and leave a positive comment. And also, I'll be coming with more stories because I have so many stories to tell you of my first job here that I have not recorded yet. So for now, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.